It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
Alrighty, thank you, Frank, for your keen input as always. Great to hear from you. But I could not agree any more with what you just said, because today we are discussing the long debate about who is the current best TUR in the game, TEQ Ultimate Gohan or STR Final Form Cooler. Now, I didn't want to do this again. I had already made a post over on my Instagram page, link down below in the description, regarding this topic, this very same topic, probably about early August, early in the month, shortly after Ultimate Gohan came out on JP. I already told everybody about why I thought Cooler was the best, but it wasn't until about a few days ago where I posted this post over here on Instagram talking about Global's upcoming timeline of Dokkan events and Dokkan Fest that are coming. One of them was Ultimate Gohan's banner, which is supposedly going to be the next banner that arrives shortly after the Dual Dokkan Festival that we have currently right now. So around early October is when I say Ultimate Gohan should drop on Global. And a lot of you were saying, oh, Ultimate Gohan is better, this and that, he completely outclasses Cooler, and I'm just like, sorry guys, he isn't, okay, and I'm gonna explain my reasoning, okay, believe me, I know Gohan's power firsthand, okay, I have used him countless times over on the Trident private server. I've used him on all of his different teams down below. He's on a million different categories, but anyway, let's just get right into the breakdown of each individual aspect of each unit. So let's just begin with leader skill. Gohan is the leader of the Saviors or Hybrid Saiyans category. Key 3, HP 130%, attack and defense 170%. Good. Cooler, on the other hand, is Terrifying Conquerors or Transformation Boost category. Key 3, HP 30, 130, attack and defense 170%. Cooler automatically wins leader skill between the two, because let's take a quick look at Saviors. We have TEQ Ultimate Gohan, great unit, obviously. This guy is about to get his EZA very, very soon. God only knows what it's going to do for him. Is he going to be a busted unit? We do not know yet. LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, still probably top 10 best unit in the game overall. LR Physical Trunks, I mean, you're okay. You've aged quite a lot. I mean, obviously, if you don't have the Super Saiyan LR version of him, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is still good because he's also bound to get an EZA at some point, probably later in the year or early next year, or whenever the next GT celebration is, really. TEQ TN, obviously, he's only good for TEQ support units and whatnot. TEQ, EZA, SSJ3, Gotenks, you're solid, nothing too crazy. Ink Gotenks is a very good unit. He's not completely game-breaking. I would say he's still probably in the discussion for maybe top 10 best TURs, but definitely not anywhere further than that. Kid Goku is still solid even after all this time. He lacks categories and whatnot. He's just a mediocre unit at best. Obviously Hercule, you're just a dodger. Namegoku, look, guys, I like Namegoku and all, but Namegoku is not as great as you all make him out to be. Because his only saving grace is, other than the fact that he's the Super Saiyan's category leader, the fact he raises defense. That's about it. All that I can say about him. He really doesn't do anything for his team other than lead it. He doesn't hit very hard. He stats defense, but even then, his defense is not that great to begin with. Obviously, TEQ Ultimate Gohan's buddy is going to be STR Ultimate Gohan, but obviously he's aged a lot over the years, so he's pretty bad now in today's meta. The new physical TN is absolutely insane. If you don't have him already, I recommend, if you're still summoning for Vegito, please try and get this guy. He's absolutely amazing. And then to wrap things up, I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is obviously such a heavy hitter, but, you know, he lacks defense. That could all change, of course, based on what his EZA is going to be like later in the year. And, I mean, that's really it as far as this category goes. It's a very small category. There's a very limited amount of units on it. It's only saving grace, really, is LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Moving on, we have Hybrid Saiyans, of course. FYI, for some of you new players, this guy Super Saiyan God Goku may lead the category. He has a dual leader of pure and hybrid Saiyans, but he is not on hybrid Saiyans. Let me just make that abundantly clear. But let's just take a quick look. So AGL Super Saiyan Gohan, obviously he's amazing still, probably still top 10 best LR in the game. Wish they utilized Super Saiyan 2 Gohan more often, but whatever. These guys are still absolutely incredible. The OG LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is just, he's a heavy hitter. That's all I can say about him. Already talked about you. You're a great support unit. Let's look at Super AGL. Nothing too crazy among the roster. You have like Super Saiyan 3 Trunks from Heroes, but you're just a solid defensive unit. Nothing too crazy. AGL Pan is the 50% leader. She's obviously amazing, but she only supports Super AGL units. Scroll down to Tech. I mean, Tech Trunks, obviously probably the best unit among here, other than Gohan himself. Nothing too crazy. You got Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, you're okay. You're only good in certain scenarios. Scroll down to Super Int. Obviously, we have the Int Gotenks. I already talked about him. In Future Gohan is still amazing. TUR, he's probably somewhere in like top 10 or top 15 best TUR in the game. He's still very, very good. If you don't have STR Ultimate Gohan, then the Int Ultimate Gohan is still very, very good as far as linking partners go for the Ultimate Gohan, the Tech one. So then finally, over here and down is STR, we have, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan for the Majin Buu saga. You're a great support unit. This guy is also a very good support unit as well. Obviously, as I mentioned, his partner in crime, STR Ultimate Gohan. You're a great orb changer. You require a Super Saiyan Goku, so you're not that great. Scroll down, finally, the Super Physical. You're going to be the In Future Gohan's best buddy, but that's about it. This guy is the best buddy for Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. You're a fantastic support unit. That's about it. Like, nothing too crazy. Like, nothing's like super uber broken besides like AGL, LR, SJ Gohan, and then obviously Tech Ultimate Gohan himself. But then we scroll over to Cooler's leader skill. Now, Cooler, let's just start off with Terrifying Conquerors, for example. AGL, Extreme AGL, Super Baby 2, you're busted. Yeah, he's people talk a lot of smack about him, but he is a very good unit, especially after the link level update. And keep in mind, we are bound to get a Super Baby 2 or just a Super Baby Dokkan Fest in the future. Obviously, it's going to happen at some point, and he's going to be this guy's best friend. LR Vegeta and Nappa, you're an amazing unit. LR Babidi and Deborah, which should hopefully come to Global pretty soon. I don't know why they didn't come with the Battlefield update last week or something, but whatever. Bojack, another unit that got a massive upgrade from the link level update. Again, he's another unit that's bound to get a Dokkan Fest unit at some point, hopefully soon. And this guy, he's very, very good. He's probably one of the best aged LRs, I would say, among some of the most of the OG LRs. LR Full Power Frieza, you're still absolutely amazing. Let's scroll down here a little bit. AGL Metal Cooler, still absolutely amazing. Turles, still best support unit. You're probably one of the best tanks in the game. Scroll down a little. You're great for AoE stuff, like SBR. Scroll down a little further. Again, this guy's probably like top 3 best tanks in the game. Tech Golden Frieza. Tech Transforming Frieza is still absolutely amazing. Even after 2 years of his release, he's still one of the best linking units as far as villains go. He heals per transformation. Overall, unfortunately, everything about him is great up until he reaches Golden Frieza, and then he loses pretty much all his defense, which is really, really annoying, but otherwise he's still in a fantastic unit. Scroll down, this new, not new, but he got a Dokkan Awakening a little while ago. The final form Frieza, you're absolutely amazing. Ink's Metal Cooler, still probably one of the best extreme support units. This Golden Frieza got an amazing upgrade after his EZA. He's a support type unit, he stacks defense, obviously recovering you. I mean, you're okay. This guy's still probably really solid. Deborah is absolutely amazing. This guy also got a hefty upgrade from the Link level update. He's probably one of the best units for Super Battle Road now. Scroll down, we have, Final Form Cooler. This guy, I'm telling you, when this Final Form Cooler gets his EZA, he's going to be STR Cooler's best friend, because he's already busted as it is with after the Link level update, because he got, let's be honest, the Link level update was primarily made for villains at this point, because the villains got the biggest upgrade from all these links, and this guy included got one of the biggest upgrades with the Link level update. No, I'm very, very excited for his EZA. I hope they make him just absolutely broken. And then, of course, this Final Form Frieza, his EZA didn't do a whole lot for him, but he's still a pretty solid unit overall. And then, of course, we have Transformation Boost. We could go on and on about this category. We already talked about you. This boost, just meh at best. Baby, I already talked about you. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, he's still pretty good. If you build the team around him, he will absolutely dominate for you. The LR cells, again, another batch of units, villains that got massively upgraded from the Link level updates are the cell units, especially these two, because these two were already insane as it is, but this guy was already solid. But then after the Link level update, Gentleman and most of these other links, they got, especially Big Bad Bosses got the biggest upgrade. But Ultimate Life Form, recovering HP, attack and defense, Gentleman gets defense, Messenger of Future gets an attack upgrade. He got Kamehameha, which is now 10% as well. This guy's low key, still in the discussion for top 10 best unit in the game, because the Link level update is probably one of his best saving graces. And the same thing goes for this cell as well. But of course, I'm not gonna skip over them. Of course, Transformation Boost obviously revolves around these two. The Blue Fusion, still top 3 best units in the game, something like that. The new STR Super Vegito probably outclasses this blue Vegito and Gogeta. We can scroll down a little bit more. Bardock, you're great. Gogeta, you're still amazing. You've aged a bit, but you're still good. You're just bad. Zamasu's still good. This guy's absolutely insane when paired up with the new Boo tanks. Already talked about you. Mr. Boo is absolutely amazing. This guy's absolutely amazing. This guy's still great. Already talked about you. You're still very, very, very good. You're still absolutely busted, even after all this time. Still glad that he's around. Kefla's still probably top 5 TUR in the game. If you build a team around her, again, she will dominate for you. Yeah, overall, Transformation Boost is probably one of the strongest categories. I say it's probably top 3 or top 5 best category in the game. It's just the sheer power and the sheer amount of units on this team or category is just, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. So Cooler takes the first win for leader skill. Let's go to Super Attack. Super Attack greatly raises attack and defense, causing immense damage. Cooler, on the other hand, causing immense damage and lowers attack and defense. So this guy is stacking pre-transformation, and he stacks at a faster rate than when Cooler does when he's transformed. So Gohan gets the win right there. He stats, attack, and defense right there. Now, passive skills. Attack and defense 140. Automatic guard against all attacks. Now, I know everybody and their mother is screaming about this one ability, guard against all attacks, which makes him borderline like top defensive unit in the game. You know, just he's impervious to his weakness, which is in-type units and everything, and on top of already stacking defense and everything, this guy's, you know, his defense is going to skyrocket from like 150 to 200,000 to 300,000. As long as this guy is around and you keep him untransformed, he will infinitely stack defense, and you can just keep the moment he reaches like 400,000 defense, he literally cannot be damaged at all. So then you just switch it on over to the Ultimate Gohan, and he will just wreck with 400,000 defense and so on and so forth. But to finish up, we also have the key +1 at the start of each turn, up to 3, plus an additional attack 40% when the guard is activated. So he gained 180 attack, then the defense 140, because guard is always going to be activated. So that's obviously absolutely amazing. And then we look over the Cooler now. Here's the big thing. He gets attack and defense 100% at the start of the turn. Perfectly fine. Then, pre-transformation, he gets transformation boost category allies, key to attack and 30% when facing only one enemy. One enemy is not a big deal unless it's like Super Battle Road. Obviously, you're going to be facing one enemy for 80% of the entire game. And obviously, as I mentioned, Cooler is supporting the blue fusions, all the cells. This guy. The new Super Buhan, for example. This, again, another massive upgrade for transformation boost is the presence of this guy, because he's easily the best villain unit in the game. All these characters, Bardock, Gogeta, Trunks, all these villain units, Cooler is supporting all of them. With attack and defense 30% and key, it's mind-boggling. He's probably one of the best support type units in the game because of just how strong Transformation Boost is. Then we scroll down as well. He's also a support type unit for his category, Terrifying Conquerors, category allies, key 2, attack and defense 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. So for when Terrifying Conquerors gets its own Super Battle Road stage, I believe it doesn't yet, this guy's going to be an absolutely amazing support type unit, because then it jumps up to 50% in key 2 when facing 2 or more enemies. So he's going to be amazing in Super Battle Road when that rolls around. And plus, Terrifying Conquerors, as I mentioned, has a good amount of villain units, as well as most of the Frieza, if not all of the Frieza units as well. You know, this guy's amazing. All the Frieza units, most of the top tier Frieza units are on this category. So Cooler is already supporting them as it is. So I would say it's probably a tie, because yeah, Gohan is stacked in defense. He's going to be great. He's not going to be touched. Cooler's already at like 150 to 180,000 defense pre-transformation. Okay, I'm considering all Link level 10s. I've already done rainbow run-throughs of everything on the private server. You know, everybody is complaining about this guy, and you know, also this guy not having defense, but that's just not the case, because after the Link level update, you look at some of these links. Thirst for Conquest gets now defense 15%. Big Bad Bosses is permanently attack and defense 25%. Let's also look at it. Metamorphosis, which a lot of villains actually do have, 5% HP, attack and defense 10%. Cooler just got so much more defense after the Link level update, and you guys, 150 to 180,000 pre-transformation. He's going to be taking double digits from normal attacks, from basically almost anything. Even MUI Goku in the Legendary Goku event, he's going to be fine. Okay, obviously he's not going to be able to tank a full-on super attack, but 80% of the units in the game cannot take a super attack from MUI Goku in the Legendary Goku event unless they are a full-on defensive unit, like this guy. Okay, this guy was designed to be a full-on defensive unit and to take full brunt attacks like MUI Goku's. So you have to look at it from two different perspectives. But let's continue. Active skill, the active skill transformation. True potential starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. Coolers gets it from the 3rd turn of battle when facing a pure or hybrid Saiyan category enemy. Some of you might be saying, oh, Gohan's is better and everything because he doesn't have a limitation. But you're forgetting that pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies take up 70% of the entire game. Okay, most Super Battle Road stations, obviously the Legendary Goku event, and most Infinite Dragon Ball History stages all have pure and hybrid Saiyan category enemies. Like, most endgame stages have pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies, and this guy will be able to transform and wreck each and every one of them from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. And even if, for whatever reason, you use this guy, and he's not facing the pure hybrid Saiyan, you can still transform with him from the 6th turn. So he's not only limited to pure and hybrid Saiyans, you can still transform with him. It's only just going to be from the 6th turn, which is a little annoying, but hey, could have been far worse. Then we look down the links. Now, this is the main drawback of Gohan.
I don't like where this is going.
Gohan's links are not great. Okay? He shares pretty much most of the links that almost all Ultimate Gohans have. Power Bestowed by God, All in the Family, Brainiac, Old Judgment, Revival. All of them share pretty much the exact same link list. His only key link is Saiyan Lineage, which is key to an attack and defense 5% after you get it to link level 10. That's his only key link. Now, granted, this guy is already giving himself key, but what about the rest of his team? He's not going to be helping anybody else, unless they also have Saiyan Lineage, which a lot of hybrid Saiyan units do not have. Then unfortunately he's not going to be linking up very well with a lot of other hybrid Saiyan units, because I'm not even going to count Savior's category, because let's just face it, Savior's is really bad. So yeah, this guy, unless you're linking him up with another Ultimate Gohan, he's not going to be linking up very good with almost anybody else. And the other Ultimate Gohans in the current game are just bad. You can, however, run 2 of this guy. If you're running double of this guy as both of your leaders, you can run a transformed Ultimate Gohan and this Gohan teen version and run them as a pair, because they share most of the links, so they'll be fine. Plus, they're already giving themselves key. However, you're only going to be doing that if you run both Gohan and the other Gohan as your leaders. For all these other teams that he's on, Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Goku Family, Sibley's Bond, Revenge, Rapid Growth, he's not going to be great on them, because unless you're supporting or whatever, or building the team around him, he's not going to be helping his fellow units. Cooler, on the other hand, has probably the strongest villain links in the game. Like Metamorphosis, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, and Brutal Beatdown, most, if not all, top tier villains have these links. Strongest Name, Space, and Universe's Most Malevolent, those are the common Frieza links and everything. These 4 links right here, I'm not even counting Fierce Battle, but almost all villains have these links. So Cooler is linking up on top of supporting most of these villains. He's linking up with a lot of units, okay, and he's going to be great with all of them. And then categories as well. Cooler's not on as many categories as Gohan is, but movie bosses, a great category. Transformation boost, obviously I've talked about that. Wicked Bloodline, still a busted category. Terrifying Conquerors, bound to get some updates sooner or later. Target Goku is kind of the same thing as Terrifying Conquerors, but like they have a couple extra units. And the final trump card is the category led by the Blue Fusion, which obviously we all know the Blue Fusions are just busted. So the fact that he's on the same category as the Blue Fusions is already puts him way above Gohan as well, in my personal opinion. Then we have the discussion of their transform states. Let's start with Gohan's. Obviously, nothing changes his leader skills. Now, with the super attacks, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn and causes immense damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. That's okay, but the fact they gave him this You're not going to get this in no event, because he transforms turn 5. Unless you're like screwing around or something, you're not going to have 5 turns in like Super Battle Road or something like that. And if you are, that means, you know, the enemies are probably on death's door or something like that. So this is basically pointless. So the only greatly raising attack is the only thing different about his super attack. Cooler, on the other hand, raises attack. So he's stacking attack and causes dimension damage and greatly lowers defense on his super attack. So that's obviously absolutely amazing, because lowering defense works on most, if not all, almost all bosses in the game. There's only a select few bosses that are like immune to just about everything. So Cooler wins in terms of super attack. And now we have passive skill. Key 3, attack and defense 158%. He's already guarding against all attacks still, so he's still keeping that mighty defense. He's going to be a giant wall. Plus an additional attack, 58% for the rest of the battle when guard is activated, so basically 200% attack. Attack effect, and then here we go. Attack effective against all types when facing only one enemy whose HP is 58% or more, or when facing a Majin Buu Saga category enemy. And now, obviously, this right here is why some of you are putting Gohan above Cooler, because like, oh, guaranteed crits against pure Hybrid Saiyans. You guys are limited. Cooler's limited to just them. But Gohan's limited too. He's effective against all types, which is fine, but he needs one enemy, of course, whose HP is 58% or more. Okay? So he loses that once it drops below 58%. So you still have more than half his health to go, and this guy is not super effective against him anymore. Or when facing the Majin Buu Saga category enemy, but again, those are just select few stages, or you want to do like the Infinite Dragon Ball history or something like that. Obviously, this guy would dominate. Cooler, on the other hand, I'm sure everybody knows by now, Key 3, attack and defense 180%, has a chance to launch an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack. And then also performs a critical hit when there's a pure or hybrid Saiyan category enemy. So, guaranteed crits. Crits, you guys need to keep in mind, I don't know if some of you do know this, guaranteed critical hits are better than super effective against all types. There's a different modifier, because getting a crit pierces the enemy's defense, so you're doing more damage with guaranteed crits than you are being super effective against all types. It's a lower damage modifier, so it's not exactly the same as it is with guaranteed crits. Okay, and obviously, like I said, pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies, that's literally 70% of the game, if not more. Okay, so if you know you're facing an enemy that's either pure or hybrid Saiyan, this guy is going to absolutely annihilate them. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, no HP requirements or anything like that. Cooler just goes to town, and he will absolutely, even in the Legendary Goku event. The Legendary Goku event, this guy makes MUI Goku his bitch, because the fact that he can launch he has a chance of already launching 2 additional super attacks. Okay, or the first super attack, and then a chance of launching an additional super attack. And then if you have a dupe in him, he has a chance of launching a 3rd one. So imagine Cooler pumping out 3 super attacks, all guaranteed crits. And he's constantly raising attack, so he's going to be stronger each and every time. With the link level update and everything, that's another thing that puts Cooler above Gohan with it. I was just about to mention too, Gohan's links also change upon transformation. He loses Saiyan lineage, Brainiacs, and I believe, what was the previous one? Revival for Infighter, Saiyan Warrior and Race, and Shocking Speed. So he changes key links, which is also another big reason why it's hard to link him up with somebody unless it's again another Ultimate Gohan. Like STR Ultimate Gohan shares both Saiyan lineage and Shocking Speed, so he's going to be his best link buddy for this guy. But the fact that he changes links it's really hard to link him up because this guy's he's giving himself ki. He'll be fine super attacking. The rest of your team though is not going to be fine because he cannot link him up. Because again, shocking speed, not a lot of hybrid Saiyan units have that. Power bestowed by God, that's mainly a Vegeta link. Cold Gentleman, it's like a trunk link or something like that, but not a whole lot. All in the Family, it's just meh. Infighter, meh. Saiyan Warrior Race, that's great, but that's only attack. And Fierce Battle, obviously. So that's a main issue when it comes to this Gohan. In terms of links and team building, you have to make the team around him. He will get the job done for you. He is a one-man army, stacking defense. He's going to be a literal wall that cannot be touched. He's also pumping out like 4 or 5 million attack stats and everything else. He's great by himself. The rest of your team, though, will not be as great. What he can do, not every other unit on your team probably won't be able to do. That's just how it is, because this guy needs the team to be built around him, knowing that he is not going to be able to link up almost at all with most of your other units. It's just how it is. Cooler, on the other hand, has no difference in his links. He stays the exact same in terms of links. So no matter who he's linked up with, nothing changes after he transforms. I cannot stress this enough. And then you look at some of these links too, as I mentioned, like big bad bosses. Dude, you look at the sheer roster of big bad bosses. LR Int Rose, another unit that got massively buffed from the update, the link level update. Buhan, obviously the best villain unit in the game. We already talked about most of these villain units as it is. You scroll down, Android 13, another great villain unit. Like I said, most top tier villain units have big bad bosses. Shocking speed, I mean, yeah, you guys are bad. He's linking up with. These are all units that Gohan can be on a team. Like, he could be on a team with these guys, but then they lose shocking speed once they transform to Vegito. You scroll down, like, there's not a lot of units, especially hybrid Saiyan units, that have these key links that match up with him. I'm sorry, like, this guy, sure, you could run him. He's not going to be as good or anything like that. He's mediocre at best. I'm pretty sure he's a World Tournament one at best, so he's definitely not going to be good in like endgame events or something like that. I'm not trying to bash Gohan at all. He's a one-man army. He's pumping out, like I said, 4 to 5 million attack stats. He has infinite defense as long as you keep it pre-transformed, and then you're constantly stacking. So, and then once you do, in like the legendary Goku event, you have 400, 500,000 defense. He's not going to be touched by MUI Goku. He's not. Okay? He can take a super attack for double digits by him. He is not going to be touched at all. He will get the job done for you. Cooler, on the other hand, I'm putting Cooler above Gohan, not by much, but I am putting Cooler above Gohan because here's the main difference between the two. Cooler can do amazing things. We've already talked about the guaranteed crits, launching up to 3 super attacks. But here's the main thing. You can, because of the active skills, you can choose when to transform Cooler and Gohan. Cooler pre-transformation is a support type unit for single-handedly one of the best categories in the game. And like I mentioned, you can run a lot of different variations with the team. You can run an all super type team with Blue Fusions, Bardock, Blue Evolution Vegeta, Trunks, just so many different super type units. You can run a super type team and just keep Cooler as a floater, and he'll do perfectly fine. Because he's supporting them, giving them ki and attack, while also having 150,000 defense as well. He's not going to tank full-on super attacks from, MUI Goku or something like that, but, he's not designed to do that. He's designed to be a multitasker. He can either support, or he can just flip the switch and become an absolute freight train for you, if need be. Gohan is only about himself. He's only trying to, be a one-man army, and that's his only gimmick and everything. Unfortunately, you have to build a team around him. Cooler, you can throw him on wherever you need him. Either put him on the main rotation with whoever you please, or just keep him as a floater and let him support the rest of your team. It really doesn't matter with him, and that's why I put Cooler, and I highly value Cooler so much, is because you just run a million different teams with transformation boosts and just have this guy float and be perfectly fine. So, I hate to break it to you, Gohan fans, I promise you, I am not bashing Gohan. Okay, I'm not. This guy is absolutely busted. Okay, if you want to summon for him, please, by all means, summon for him when he comes out on Global in a little over a month from now. Once the Worldwide Celebration is done, he will be the next Dokkan Fest unit that comes out. This guy is absolutely amazing. Okay, but I'm just saying, in terms of value, you're going to get more value with this guy. If you don't have him right now, he's featured on Global's banner right now, on the Blue Takes banner. If you haven't pulled him already, either try summoning for him or buy him with red coins right now. Because we don't know when Cooler is coming back on Global. This is the first time he's returned since February. 7 months. Okay? Now, he came out at the beginning of March. Okay? So, 6 months. So we have no idea if and when Cooler is coming back again. He's probably going to come back for another big time celebration or something along those lines is what I'm thinking. But that's probably a very, very long time. Now, a lot of you were saying that because of, I don't want to waste my red coins on him because of these guys coming back, the LR Blue Fusions, Vegito and Gogeta. Obviously they'll be coming back on Global for the Tanabata celebration, which is usually around Christmas time. Last year it was the banner was the OG LR Fusions, the LR Super Saiyan 4s, and the LR Dobros. This year will be the LR Super Saiyan 4s, the LR Blue Fusions, and the new LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. But that's another topic for another day. But if you have the red coins, I just strongly recommend going for this guy. He's just so valuable. Obviously, yeah, you could save your coins and buy either Gogeta or Vegito, and that's perfectly fine too. Because it'll be the first time that they're back on Global since July. So if you want to save for the Blue Fusions, by all means, rock out for it. But if you have the spare coins right now, then you need to buy this guy. He's too good to pass up. But I think I've done enough rambling on that. I'm holding Cooler. Until further notice, I'm holding Cooler as still the best TUR in the game. Keep in mind, too, he came out Halloween of last year, and he's still probably the best TUR in the game in my books. Now, that's Halloween is a little under 2 months from now. Who knows what's gonna happen? Because obviously in October we'll get a brand new Dokkan Fest over on JP. Let's just say it's Dokkan Fest Super Baby or something like that, and he becomes the best unit in the game, something like that. It's bound to happen. Cooler will be replaced at some point. But as of right now, Cooler is not. Gohan came very, very close. I am not saying he's bad. I am not saying anything otherwise. Gohan came very close, but the fact that Cooler can turn the switch from being either a support unit to an absolute freight train at any time, that puts him far above Gohan in my books. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this educational. Again, for some of you hardcore Gohan fans, I'm sorry I had to break it to you like this, but I'm tired of seeing so many toxic people over on Instagram bashing people, for liking Cooler more than Gohan, or saying that Gohan's like just overall the best unit in the game, which he is absolutely not. Let's just get that out of the way. Some of you Gohan fans are just really, really toxic. But I didn't want to do this again. I really didn't. But I felt as though I should stress the fact that this guy is not as great as some of you are making it up to be. Best unit in the game? No. Best TUR of the game? Perhaps, but Cooler I think is still much better than this guy. Number 2, easily. He's easily better than like Physical Beerus, STR Kefla. He's better than both of them. Okay? So, again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this very educational. I will be making many more of these debate videos as they come along. Like, let's just say for example, I might make one regarding the topic of who's better between the new STR Super Vegito and the physical Gohan. So I might make a video on that. Who knows? But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.